And you know what their attitude is? I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes. Or, I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers?
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Chuck Schumer going on television and saying the most ridiculous thing that I've heard in quite a while. Why would anyone want to pay taxes, Chuck Schumer, whether it be millionaires, billionaires, regular everyday people, somewhere in between? Why does anyone want to pay taxes? That's not a thing that we enjoy doing. And I understand we got to pay taxes. I'm not trying to say there should be no taxation at all, but good grief. I mean, we're being taxed to death. Whether you're a regular everyday person, you're getting taxed to death. Whether you're a millionaire or billionaire, it's the same thing going on with you. In the case of the regular everyday people, the tax money that we could save in our own pocket, you know, we go out there and work very hard. We earn money. If we had that cash, we can invest it in better ways than you can when you take it from us at gunpoint and spend it on a federal level. All y'all really do is just take the money and then set it on fire. Talking about some, pay your fair share if you're a billionaire. Why? You're going to take $10 billion and give it to Ukraine? This dude come to the White House in a pair of sweatpants and the middle finger, and you talking about, here, take that hard-earned taxpayer money. Meanwhile, we could have used that money and invested it back into ourselves, back into this nation. You can't just tax us to death and then give the money to everybody else. How about let's let us invest into our own country? Doesn't that make more sense? Because if we don't invest into us, there will be no more piggy bank for the world to loot. Now, before I go any further, we got an article, then we got some videos, and of course, I linked everything in the box. But Chuck Schumer's having a hard time here. Okay, he's not having a very good week. He's not having a very good month. You see this right here. There's a little feud between the Senate minority leader and Chuck Schumer and the House minority leader and Hakeem Jeffries, because Trump's plan is going forward and nobody has any power to stop it. So now they want to start blaming each other. You see the headline: Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries seek to diffuse tensions after shutdown clash and refocus on Trump's agenda. Subhead: the Democratic leaders in the Senate and the House struck a unified message on potential GOP cuts to Medicaid, even as they defended their conflicting government funding strategies. Now, about the cuts in Medicaid, I have no idea what that really is. I've tried to find it. I'm seeing some waste, fraud, and abuse being cut, but maybe they want to spend it as cuts to Medicaid. So then when the general public sees this, they're going to be fearful about their mamaw not being able to get what they need at the end of the month. That is a fear-mongering tactic, in my humble opinion, but I'll link to the article right there in the box. Now, this is Chucky Boy on, what's this, CBS? Yeah, I think CBS this morning. And here is kind of where his mind is. And I don't think the majority of Americans are going to appreciate his mindset too much. Check it out.
People in your own party, they're saying, look, it's time for you to go. They no longer trust your leadership. They want somebody else in there. What do you say about that?
Here's what I say.
In your own party saying that's to go.
Here's what I'm saying. I'm the best leader for the Senate. We have a lot of leaders. You know, when you don't have a president, there's not one leader of the party. There are lots of them. We have a lot of good people. But I am the best at keep winning Senate seats. I've done it in 2005. Just in 2020, no one thought we'd take back the Senate. Under my leadership, we took it.
Now, Chuck Schumer is taking credit for, being able to control the Senate for a period of time. But see, what he's not talking about is the machine that's behind him. It ain't just Chuck Schumer by himself. It's a whole machine. You got a lot of money. You have the mainstream media. You have K through 12, entertainment, music. Everything is on their side.
So we now are executing.
You're not going anywhere.
We have a great. We're moving forward. Hakeem and I have a plan. Let me just say this: there's a real contrast between the parties. The Republican Party now, particularly in office, is the party of rich oligarchs who want to really screw every average American.
Let's pause for a second. Now, how much did Kamala raise for her campaign? $1.5 billion. How much did Trump raise? Maybe I put it on the screen after I edit this. Trump raised a fraction of what Kamala raised and succeeded. But somehow the Republicans are the ones being controlled by the super rich and the oligarchs and the uber wealthy. It doesn't make any sense.
so they can get tax cuts for the rich.
And furthermore, tax cuts for the rich. Let's say there's a tax cut on a company, or if there's tax cuts on all companies. What they are going to be forced to do is invest their savings into the business, because that's how you compete. If they don't, then the other company will, and then that company will succeed over those who didn't invest. It's just business, but see, they don't understand business. They understand communism. They're trying to take, and build from that. But at a certain point, you keep taking, there'll be no more to take.
And we are fighting that every day. So today, we just issued a statement at 8 o'clock that describes it. Hakeem and I, we have a day of action on Medicaid. In every state, in every corner of the country, Democrats are talking about, they're going to Medicaid centers. They're going to people who would be deprived. And
so you're just trying to spread a propaganda message and scare people, scaring grandma and stuff like that. Just like I said, see, these tactics, we're up on it. And we're trying to tell you guys that it's not working. If you don't want to listen, that's fine. Keep doing this. Keep doubling down. Keep with the fear mongering, the old school tactics from the 1970s, back when you first got in office. Keep doing that same old thing, and you'll get the same old results, which is losing not only elections, but losing the faith of the American people.
People don't have faith in the Democrats.
Well, let me say this. Look, and we're going to do this day in, day out on issues. Why are they doing tariffs and raising your cost $2,000? It's beginning to work. Why are they taking away Fannie and Freddie?
Well, you're just talking about pushing propaganda. And as far as the tariffs are concerned, you can't just have the whole world dump whatever they want here, especially when they have tariffs on us. Like, we're just not practicing good business as a country. We're not practicing good business, and that's why we got the businessmen in there right now to get us back to a place of practicing good business. But again, that's CBS. I'll link to it in the box. Here he is on The View. Okay, I got to show The View sometimes. Let's see what he said there.
So a lot of people responded to the anguish. I appreciate it. I am furious. I wake up 3 a.m. sometimes so worried about the future of the country under these oligarchs or or whatever, or, oligarchs, I guess.
Yes.
And, but so a lot.
Okay, so we got a lot of talking points. You wanted to say kleptomaniac because you want to say that Elon Musk is stealing money from grandma. Like, you're just trying to scare people. It's like, come on. We're telling you it's not working. But again, don't listen to me, because whatever I say, it means nothing. Keep doubling down on what you're doing, and you'll keep losing. So if you do what you want to do, we'll benefit. So it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Let's keep on going.
This is a different, horrible kettle of fish. Mm-hmm. They hate the government. They want to shut down everything. You heard what Musk said, $2 trillion. This is.
I mean, what's wrong with that? My thing is, look, if we can operate on a slimmer government and it's not going to impact our daily life much, then why wouldn't we do it? Why would we spend trillions of dollars unnecessarily? It doesn't make any sense. See, we're trying to get back to a common sense kind of governance rather than just letting DC and the whole DMV area balloon from our taxpayer money. It doesn't help anyone other than those who have those government funded jobs. It does not help the American taxpayer. So why would I spend my money that way? That's kind of irresponsible. Now, here he is saying the most out of touch thing that I've heard in quite a long time. Check it out.
He wants to use that money for tax cuts for the billionaires. The Republican Party is a different kettle of fish than it used to be. And that's why we're fighting them so hard. They are controlled by a small group of wealthy, greedy people. And you know what their attitude is? I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes.
Now, listen, this is not just the view of the rich. This is the view of every American. Okay, look, I worked very hard. I sacrificed years of my life. I did everything, blood, sweat, tears, literally. Sleepless nights. I've done everything to get to where I'm at. And the government says, okay, let's get half of that. And then when they take the money, they're not responsible with it. See, it's one thing. I wouldn't be as upset about taxation if it actually yielded benefits. We see our money get set on fire right in front of our eyes after they take it from us at gunpoint. So we're like, what's the purpose? Why would I want this? Who would want that? If you were to tell somebody that and say, hey, you know what we do in America is allow you to earn $1 million. We're going to take 500,000 off the rip at gunpoint. And then after we take it, we're going to set it on fire in front of you. We're not even going to use it for anything that's good. The things that get done in this country, a lot of times are done by regular everyday people in the private sector.
Or, I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers, the land and water that I own, or my employees. They hate government. Government's a barrier to people, a barrier to stop them from doing things. They want to destroy it. We are not letting them do it, and we're united.
All right, so there we go. I mean, look, what you just said right there, as far as the government, the way you describe the government is some type of patriarchal force where we have no agency as human beings in this country. It's whatever the government does. It's like a plantation. It's like, look, okay, you have this role. You're going to do this, this, and this, whatever we say. You work hard. Okay, give us the money back and we'll tell you whenever you're going to be able to. I don't like that. Look, as I close, I want to say this. The best thing about this country is our freedom. That's the absolute best thing. What he's describing is a way to undermine that freedom. Who wants that? If you really believe in an American dream, if you believe America as a country, if you believe in the principles of this country, all of what he said would be totally unattractive. Again, this is why, or part of the reason why, the American people are done with the Democratic Party. They no longer represent us. They represent other interests that are not us. You could take our money and feed the whole world while your own citizens, while your own constituents are starving. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion of what Chuck Schumer said? Do you agree with him? Do you disagree? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This is just confirmation for me, and I think for a lot of y'all as well, that we did the right thing when we voted for the Republican Party. We did the right thing because what did the Democrats stand on? We're going to steal your money, set it on fire, send it to Ukraine, not give you really anything in return, keep you in perpetual poverty. We don't want that. We want to go out there and work, keep our money, and invest it into ourselves however we see fit. When you let the free market be the free market, you get beautiful results. When you try to plan everything from an outdated 1970s perspective, you're not really going to keep up with what's happening in the world. And if you do want to plan things from the government, if you do want to influence our lives, maybe you should do it better. Trying to flood us with LGBTQ and all that kind of stuff. The things you want to do to try and help us get on the right track are actually not helping us at all. It's hurting more than anything else. When we get away from the government, then we can have a lot more success. Under the government, listening to what they say, you're going to be forever a slave. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.